Hi, welcome to my guitar tutorial on E7 chord inversions and connecting them with modes from the different chord tones. So this is just another idea that I've been thinking about over the past day or so. So I'm choosing E7 just because right now I'm not using any kind of like freeze pedal or anything like that. I'm just trying to do what you can do on the guitar. So E is a very good pedal to use. Goodrick talks about that in Advancing Guitarists. You know, using like the E or the open E or open A. Certainly open D is good, or detuning A to G would be a good idea also. Okay, so let me just kind of break down what I'm doing here. Very, very simple ideas, you know, very basic. You know, as I've been stressing, I feel, you know, that I still need to, you know, keep on working on some of these basic ideas. So I have a E7th chord, and then I'll have a PDF key of A. So everything's coming from the key of A. E7 is the 5 chord in the key of A. So I got the open E, and then I got the B and E open too, just for color. So most times I threw that in. Sometimes I stopped short of those notes. So E, G sharp, D, E7th chord. Okay, so then what I'm doing is I'm just playing an arpeggio. E, G sharp, B, D, and then I was just doing kind of simple like descending thirds. I'm not going to say the note names there, just kind of try to follow that. So descending thirds. So I just E Mixolydian. And then I'm just doing descending thirds. Okay. That was kind of the idea. And then I was just kind of improvising some, you know, some really basic melodies. So that's what I would encourage you to do, kind of make up your own melodies. Okay, so now I'm going to bass, the next chord is going to be G sharp minor 7 flat 5, but for right now I'm choosing not to put down that finger. So I have G sharp, D, F sharp. right? So then I'm going to be playing G sharp Locrian. Okay, so I started off with a G sharp minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio, G sharp, B, D, F sharp, and then I'll just come down the scale. Right, that's just G sharp Locrian from the key of A. I'll do it one more time. So up the scale. Okay, so I go up the arpeggio, G sharp, B, D, F sharp, and then backwards in descending thirds. Okay. So then the next one, what I decided to do here, I kind of like this B minor 7 sound over this. So I got this E and E, E. So then I have B, F sharp, A. So I'm fingering it like this because then I want to be able to resolve that A down to G sharp. Okay, this is kind of if you ever heard the term mu major. I guess Steely Dan used this sound a lot, where you have a major chord but you have the 9 in there. Okay, so then what I did here, I just thought because of my hand position, it was easier for me to just play B minor 7 flat 5 out of this position. B, D, F sharp, A. And then descending thirds. And then I'm back to here again. Okay, so then if you were thinking through this, when you were coming down a scale, you can make sure that you alter your fingerings to make sure that you land on the 1 here. Okay, so what this is just kind of coming from like an A major pattern. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. Exactly the same thing here. So low E, E, and E. Then I have B, D, A. Right, and that's, I think that you would call that a mu major, like a Steely Dan type chord. Okay, so I'm going to come up the arpeggio, and I keep on kind of droning in that E note. So B, D, F sharp, A, and then the descent, B Dorian, descending thirds. Okay, I think I also used maybe the other fingering too here. So B, D, and Alright, so different fingers you can use there because of the open. Okay, so then the last inversion that I used here, I'm using sort of a part of a D major 7th chord, once again from the key of A, but I'm dropping in an E chord, E bass. So that's D, A, C sharp. Okay, then what I'm doing is I'm resolving that A down to G sharp. And that's giving me that tritone on the bottom, kind of the E13 sound. Okay, so then here, what I decided to do is to use, since I'm on D-Lydian. So, okay, so D, F sharp, A, C sharp, and then down this descending thirds. So once again, to land on this chord, if you came down the scale passage, you would have to kind of alter your fingerings. Okay, and then for my ending chord, added one more note. So these would actually be, this would be a considered quartal harmony. So I'm going E is my bass, and then I'm just coming up in diatonic fourths. D, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B. Okay, and I refingered the chord. So I think I went with this fingering. That just feels real comfortable here. So that's kind of so you got E, then you have your tritone G sharp D, then you have your C sharp, your 13, and your 9. And then I did the kind of the just basic harmonics there, artificial harmonic. and just to end the whole thing. Okay, so that's about all I have worked out for today. As I was getting ready to setting up for this video, I thought to myself, well, this D major 7 chord here is kind of an interesting sound. But it would be hard to resolve that G sharp. But that is kind of a nice sound. So D major 7, and then I have my D Mixolydian, D Lydian. Or you can also come up to here. D, F sharp, A, C. I think I've talked about this chord before. Okay, that's that D major 7, A resolves down to G sharp. And that gives you like a 13 and a 9. And then I can do, how about here? That's just a D Lydian. So it's a D major 7th, kind of flat 5, and then playing D Lydian. Scale in thirds. Okay, whatever. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. So have fun with these different chord inversions. So I'll have a PDF just of the whole fretboard. I don't have these all written out. And those are just only the only ones I really have done. So once again, I do these ending improvisations, and literally I have nothing prepared. I hadn't even thought about this. So let's just kind of see what I can do with this over the E7th chord. I will just drone on the E just for today, and just kind of see what happens. I might inadvertently hit some other chord voicings, but so I thought you would enjoy looking at some interesting chord voicings on those middle strings. Not too complicated fingerings, but interesting sounded because of the low E and the open there. Okay, thanks for listening and watching.